Hey, welcome back to 4 Heroes of Light. In the last episode, if you'll remember, we beat the monster controlling the pirate captain, the Sea Devil, and we got the Rusty Compass, which let us see that the second half of Liberté Town was actually on the back of a whale named Cetus. But unfortunately, doing all that didn't remove the darkness from the town, so now, following the only real lead we have, we're gonna go look into beasties on the inland sea to the east. So going over this way, see that dark spot in the ocean right there? That's where we have to go next. And here's our next demon already. Starting out against Leviathan. Just boost everybody, Mysterio, and we're gonna put up Lux first things first. Leviathan is vulnerable to fire. You'd think, remember in this game, water elemented monsters aren't weak to lightning, they're weak to fire. First half of the Leviathan fight, you basically just want to pound on him. As long as you have Mysterio up, he can't really hurt you. I don't want to start using big attacks like Finale or Faraga quite yet. You can do an augment though. Let's just have Anita start attacking. After doing enough damage, the other head will come up. As you can see with the buffs from Lux and from Augment, we're doing a whole lot more damage than we were at the beginning. Get that Mysterio back up, of course. And all 4 of its heads are showing now. Mysterio amplified. Lux also never runs out, just so you know, it stays up unless you die. There it is, Leviathan's gimmick. He inflicts instant death. And he gets a whole lot of attacks per turn as well. It is an instant death blocking cape that you can technically get at this point in the game, but we haven't done that yet. And after that, now we finally see Leviathan's true form, so let's say it's time to start getting all the buffs going and getting rid of this guy. Start off with Finale, Spell Focus, Defend, and you cure. Now he starts using water spells a lot. You can also use some Thunder Magic, which is probably his most dangerous spell since it's hard to resist both light and lightning. Oh, and our Mysterio's gone, that's not good. Let's get Mysterio back up. Amplify's gone. I want to get that back up before we do any more big attacks. As you can see, his defense is hugely boosted here. Now he's using Charge. That means he's going to unleash a big attack next, so I want everyone to defend. Anita's going to get Amplify going. still charging. Of course, it usually takes a while for these attacks have all those buffs up, I'd say we can use Faraga finale. And the beast stops charging up after you do enough damage. Use Faraga, and that does like 4,000 damage, and he's gone. I'd say Leviathan is the easiest of the 7 demons. O heroes of light, you resurrected mighty Cetus and defeated the demon Leviathan. Yet throughout the world, darkness still grips men's souls. We have the power to drive it back and bring forth the light. To thee I grant this gift of light, upon thy head a crown of might. And we get the crown of the dancer from that. Go forth with courage, heroes of light, go forth. Alright, well that's Liberté done with. Cetus can only stop on those beaches, just like the boat from earlier. So whenever you're ready, just get off of them, and we're gonna go reorganize our crowns and equipment again real quick. Liberté's back to normal, of course. I've seen this dialogue. No, that was supposed to be Unita's crowns. I'm gonna switch her back to the fighter. Switch everyone's equipment back to its normal setup. I didn't even buy Brant an Ice Shield, I didn't need it. I don't even know there is one more Ice Elemented boss. I'm gonna keep the fresh meat on Aerie, because having an instant death on your healer is nice, of course. Deposit the Lightbringer, Ice Shield. I meant to equip the Spirit Ring again. Don't need the fire weapons anymore. Don't need the Scream Cape anymore. We're gonna be needing all that stuff later, of course. There's one more Water Elemented boss. But next, I think we're gonna need Dark Shields. Let me think here. What else do I want? Squid doesn't need Faraga anymore. Actually want to withdraw for Jusqua a couple of new tomes. Does he have Dark with him right now? No. I need Darkaga and I need Banishka. So on Jusqua, we're gonna have Magic Might, Dark, regular Banish, Fire, give him Blizzard as well, and Leaf. That should be fine for now. Unita, of course, has all of her abilities. Can we enhance White Mage Crown yet? Looks like it. These are Sapphire. No, these are Lapis, yeah. A lot of Lapis for this one. And we get Miracle. Give a big HP boost and cure all ailments. Grants Crown is already all the way, just Quiz is already on all the way. Can we enhance Unita's Elementalist all the way? I think so. Our final ability for this crown is Elemental, which unleashes a storm of elemental attacks. How much time do we have here? Oh, this has barely been going on long at all. The Leviathan fight only took a couple minutes. As I already said, he's the easiest of the 7 demons by far. I remember when I first played this game, I played it like... I tried to beat Asmodeus, I tried to beat the next guy we're going after, and I tried to beat Belphegor, and I kept losing. So eventually I just found Leviathan, and it took me forever to beat him. Like, I just set it up so that... I got the Death Cape I mentioned, and Unita was the only one left with the Elementalist crown, and she just used physical attacks until he was dead, and it took like an hour. Keep the Shield of Light on you for now. Alright, that's everything. Save with the Adventurer. Let's check out that other crown we got, actually. It is the Dancer's Crown, deals extra damage with a short sword. This is the crown Rekete had, so we already saw its first ability, which makes your AP go up more. And its second ability is makes your allies recover your AP more. We're not going to be using the Dancer. This is pretty much my final crown setup, as I said. So as I've already said this too, but it's a darn shame you can't combine your crowns in some way in this game. So, after Gera, Arbor, and Liberté, our next destination is actually going to be Spelvia already. You'd think we'd save this for last, but not quite. How can this huge city float in the air? If Rolan can stand up and be the hero he's meant to be... heart is still being controlled by his loneliness. So back here in Spelvia, we've already kind of seen what's going on here, but essentially Rolan is still being controlled by all the darkness in his heart. So let's go look around and see where he actually is. Talk to this golem and get a free heal. Seen all the dialogue here. He's not in the throne room. Spelvia's floating fortress meant to protect the whole world. Floating fortress meant to protect the whole world. We've already... These guys are saying more dark things going... I lost my train of thought there. They were saying kind of darker things, like Spelvia is supposed to rule and subdue the world last time. If you want Rolan, I saw him going into the caves underneath the island. Down in the Spelvia dungeons we first entered here through. Actually, there's a few little equipment changes I want to do real quick. I want Brant to grab the Lightbringer and the Dark Lance. Need him to be switching between light and dark elements pretty often here. That's the Bold Sword. Here's the Lightbringer. Unita is going to do the same. Except I'm going to give her the Dark Axe. Those things going forward are weak to dark, so I want that on my physical attacker. I think they're weak to dark. I know we'll be encountering something pretty unusual soon that's weak to dark. And that Evil Lance is by far the most powerful weapon we've run into so far. Just got simple golems down here again. The evil lance looks cool in battle, but it's kind of ridiculous when he's carrying that giant thing around. Looks like a Monster Hunter lance or something. Maybe not that ridiculous, but up there. Now, those ghouls are going to block his dark attacks. Yeah, I don't think anything in here is being dark just yet. I was thinking of something coming up later. I should have used Banish on Joshua there. Oh, that was dark. I want Banish. Get rid of that guy. And we are going to be needing the evil lance. It's just a bit later we need it. So now I'm going to switch him back to the Lightbringer. Treasure chests in here haven't been restored either. I think that was just the Bravely Default games kind of coming to mind when I said items respawn. Because if you haven't noticed, yeah, these guys like making you go through the same dungeon again. So we've already, it's just like how Bravely Default makes you go back through the same areas. It's more like Second, actually. Bravely Second makes you go through the other areas again after kind of a time change. Either way, that is probably what made me confused about this game. Oh, these are the guys who are vulnerable to dark. Okay. After there's no more elemental nonsense, I'll just put the Tsunami back down. Get a Glimmer Gauntlet. Glimmer Gauntlet could be helpful later on. No more elemental stuff, just put that Tsunami back on him. This is the area where we first met up with Aerie last time. Pot. And here he is. He's not wearing his crown right now, though. Visitors here, but why? Ah, you came at Father's behest, didn't you? You've come a long way just to check on my welfare. But you're wasting your time. I won't open my heart to anyone, not anymore. So, looks like Rolan isn't quite as far gone as he was 15 years in the future, but he's still kind of not really letting anyone anywhere near him. Hang on just a second. Alright, back. Sorry about that again. So, let's just finish off this guy. Ring. That's not exactly useful, but we'll take it anyway. So Rolan isn't quite as far gone yet, but he's still not going to be talking to us anytime soon. So let's head out of here. lot to talk about on the way out of the Spelvia dungeons. I guess one thing is that it's a bit odd to, it's a bit odd to do the towns all out of order. You'd think you'd do, like, I guess Garo Liberté, or Urbeth, Arbor, Invidia, and then Spelvia like you did at first, but they're changing it up a bit this time. Well, really, you can do them in any order you want. This is just the order you get the crowns in. If you couldn't tell, each demon kinda sorta wants you to use the crown you got from the last one. Like, Belphegor switches his elements, which means you can use the Spell Fencer on him. Leviathan uses instant death, which means the monk is good against him. But really, it's much more effective to just use buffed elemental spells in the finale and stuff. I wish I knew how good the hero crown was back when I first played this game. But I didn't. I didn't catch on to the fact that you could enhance crowns for a long time. I really hate people who go into giant sulks. I just want to slap them on the head. If no one told him he had to be a hero, his life would have been a far happier one. Rolan only realized earlier that he did not have to be alone. He'd never have come to this. So we're kind of been presented the opportunity to save Rolan before he goes too deep into it this time. Let's face it, can't be much fun having your soul invaded. We've got no choice but to drive the beasts out. Brant's getting a little bit ahead of us here, but if you remember, a certain golem told us that he's worried that the demon Lucifer might be trying to possess Rolan's soul. We've already heard that, but once you beat Rolan, once you talk to Rolan, his soul opens back up again and you can enter through the fountain. So next time we're going to be going through Rolan's soul again and seeing if we can save him from whatever's in here now.